All right, hey, what's up, gang? It's Tim with your facility programming for the month of November. I'm excited to dive in. Just a quick recap of how we got here, right? Everything is built in mind with keeping your members healthy and engaged in your program for long periods of time to come. The transitional piece then is why I'm making these videos, not so much for you. I'm sure you probably get it from watching it. It's how I see it to explain it to your members and then to go in and make adjustments. I'm expecting, again, that kind of 90-10 idea that about 10% is going to get tweaked. Every gym has their own biases. Every person has their biases. Obviously, I have mine. So I'm trying to shoot down right in the middle of everyone's gym that I work with. And granted, then you have all your individual stuff. The same thing on the daily. Then you adjust that daily for each member, right? We're trying to get the biggest bullseye for them in our goal-based programming. From there, then you're going to go in, and instead of 20 hours a month, it's 2-3 hours a month, and your programming is really knocking it out of the park. So how we got here, real quick, again, end of October, 19th to 25th, we had a start of our training cycle, right? Because middle October, we had a deload week. The 5th was the end of the previous training cycle. So we had previous training cycle, deload week because there was no open. So we finished up that way. And then we have our new testing cycle. So another hard week. So we had 2 really hard testing weeks in a row. How do we balance out all that stress, both realized and perceptual stress, meaning stress actually on our body, and it's stress our mind goes of, hey, I've got to push this hard on some of these testers here. There, obviously, then it's a little lower nervous system based stuff started the cycle. So that was last week of October. So by design, we're doing that. You see, some days are still very challenging. Some days are different. Everything's a challenge in different ways if you understand the intent behind the day. And that's what we're trying to explain to everyone all the time. Starting November, we have sumo deads. We're working back up on heavy pulls off the ground, sumo position, absolute strength on day 1, and some handstand skill work because it's a lower neural output, into strict press, complex press, push, jerk, right? Hang power clean. So after we've done a little bit in the middle, hang power clean for 3 reps. Functional bodybuilding, some dumbbell seesaw rows, land mine press, horizontal, rotational power with med ball throws into some snatch complex. That's the strength profile for the week. On top of that, we have some battery work, hang squat cleans and ring dips. Here we have power snatch, strict pull-ups and rowing for calories. This is a very challenging one here into the chief. So after we have a couple short meat and potatoes, something nice, long, 19 minutes total workout time there. 15-minute AMRAP, 15, not 50. Man makers, knees to elbow and double under some odd object stuff into Jackie. Okay, that's week 1. You'll see week 2 is switching because that was actually the second week. The week before we ran that sumo dead and handstand. Now we started the second week. This is a little shorter cycle than most because of the holidays coming up and what we thought the end of the open was going to be, which it wasn't. Right, so here we're going some back squat strength and strength endurance, working both absolute strength and then neuromuscular efficiency. So it's a set of 5 and then an AMRAP set. Same thing with upper body pushing, a tough set of 5 and then an AMRAP set with some dynamic contraction on the power snatch, and then 2 days of structural work. Functional bodybuilding, single leg deadlift, RDL and half kneeling press, landmine and single arm dumbbell split jerk, horizontal prone row, and snatch grip deadlift. And you'll see how we're combining snatch grip deads with power snatch. And we have some lactic power, some battery work, 12-minute midline stability AMRAP, 15-minute AMRAP right here, 10 minutes of Curtis P's. Even though it says 8 minutes, it's 10 minutes. I'll change that up real quick here. Obviously, we have our weekend training progressions now. It sets a 3 back squat and an AMRAP, set a 3 bench press and an AMRAP. Our prone row and snatch grip deadlift, we're building back up again as we on Friday work back in our hang squat snatch, right? Last week we had power snatch at the end. Today we're doing hang squat snatch. And soon at the end of the cycle, we'll be doing full snatch and our annual testing week. So we're getting people kind of ready there. On the conditioning side, coming up because of the holidays, it's a little more challenging this week. Like I said, November is a harder month overall. Right, it's a harder month. It's a short cycle, so it's not a longer build. It's coming in there hot. So we have a CP endurance with diabolical. That's 50 hang squat cleans. It's hang and diabolical. 50 hang squeens because we're pulling off the ground on Tuesday, and we have our power snatch from the ground on Tuesday for speed, strength, endurance, giving us lactic power. Close grip bench press, and then aerobic gymnastics. We're integrating all the gymnastics work, the absolute strength work we've been building into conditioning pieces now. So you'll see it's ring dips and chest to bar pull-ups or bar muscle ups or ring dips at the top of the muscle up for sport. So very challenging for them. Long 30-minute mixed odd object AMRAP. And then one of my favorites, 6 rounds for time. We call it jump, squat, and kip. It is 40 double unders, 20 wall ball, 10 toes to bar, 6 rounds, looking for fast times and good splits overall. Right? Every round should be the same, meaning we've made those contractions. Say it with me, sustainable. That's the idea. We want good fat loss, body composition. That's where we want to be. We also want to get better at the sport of fitness. Well, guess what? Those people are masters at making mixed contractions sustainable. They can make it into a pace like a good runner can do their steps, like a rower can do the readout. They're doing the same thing. Finally, Thanksgiving week, we're sending people to their Zoom parties with a little something to talk about. Back squat to a 3-rep max into a climbing CP battery ladder of squat cleans, handstand push-up strict, and muscle ups or chest to bar pull-ups. Snatch grip deadlift, a 1-rep max snatch grip dead into a 60-minute AMRAP, some odd object movement with a little rest, and then finally functional bodybuilding, dumbbell prone row and glute bridge pressing here into Thanksgiving earned, a 20-minute AMRAP of single arm suitcase and double under and core, a bunch of kitchen sink stuff before we get them on holiday. Let's call it what it is. Thanksgiving, calories don't count. What do we say? Only the memories. And then finally we have the 300 workout on Fridays. Something fun to start up back after Thanksgiving. We know that workouts don't make up for calories, so don't even try to. Just enjoy your day, get back on track, have a fun workout, and stay consistent in the game. So as you see, a challenging month here. Dive in. I'm excited for it, and let me know how everyone's doing, okay? Talk to you soon.